All right, guys, so I just got to the gym, but I wanted to drop this video before I walk inside. So I want to start by reading this comment. Now, this comment came from a video where this Harvard professor was saying that people who are unhappy at their jobs are probably unhappy in life. Now, this video isn't about what the Harvard professor said. It's more so about this comment and some of the things that this person stated. So let me just start reading this comment. Nope. I love myself, my life, my relationships, and my talents. I hate my job because it doesn't allow me the freedom to be true to myself, because it limits my creativity and earning potential. We have been groomed that the only way to earn a decent living is go to college, get a degree or two, and work at a company and give 80 hours of your life to a company, helping someone else get rich, while you're lucky if they give you a 3% raise every year, which is peanuts, while trying to pay off the student loans you had to take to pay for those degrees and take years to pay off. We aren't taught how to create a business, how to invest our money, how to become rich, because we are taught to be workers, not thinkers. The new generation have the advantage. They have social media, IG, TikTok, etc. And we're able to become multimillionaires under the age of 30. All right, so there's a lot to unpack in this comment, but I just want to touch on a few things. Number one, she says she hates her job because it doesn't allow her to be creative. I would say this, right? If you're working a job and you feel that the job doesn't allow you to be creative, it doesn't allow you to reach your full earning potential, you need to start exploring other things. Like, for example, getting on social media, possibly starting a YouTube channel, maybe getting on TikTok, creating some content, or IG, whatever social media platform you choose, that may be an area that you can explore to express your creativity. I personally enjoy YouTube. That's why I spend the majority of my time when I'm on social media. I think YouTube is a great platform for people to express themselves, and you never know what can transpire by you being your authentic self and expressing your creativity. You could gain the interests of other people who have similar interests, right? And so getting on YouTube, I think, is a good space where people can express their creativity. So I would try to look at something along those lines outside of your work. I know this person also mentioned, giving 80 hours to a company and helping them get rich. I'm going to touch on that in a second, but there's 24 hours in a day. And people always say they don't have time to do certain things. I'm not saying that this person is saying this, but I hear it all the time, particularly when you think about things like working out, for example. I hear a lot of people say, oh, I just don't have time to work out. But I guarantee if you was to sit with these individuals and ask them to tell you, okay, can you please explain to me what you do from the time you wake up and each hour after that? I guarantee you'll be able to find 45 minutes to an hour where you can use that time to exercise. You don't necessarily have to go to a gym to work out. You can work out at home. So when people say they don't have time, it's just they don't prioritize their time to do certain things, right? And so you have to make it a priority or it's not going to get done. That's just the bottom line. I'm at the gym right now. I could still be in bed, but I said, you know what? I'm going to the gym, right? So you have to make these things happen. So that would be my advice as far as expressing your creativity. She also stated about, giving 80 hours to a company and helping someone else get rich. I hear that a lot too, mainly from people who are working jobs. That's one of the first things they say. I'm tired of working a job, helping somebody else get rich. Okay. If you don't like the idea of working for someone else, helping them get rich, because I agree, that's what you're doing, essentially. Here's my solution. Start your own company, start your own business, hire people to work for you to help you get rich. That's my solution, right? Easier said than done, but I don't know what else to tell you. Here's the thing, guys. The vast majority of people are workers in this country, not entrepreneurs. So everybody is not going to be an entrepreneur. As fantastic and attractive as that sound, everybody isn't going to become business owners. And just my personal opinion, I don't think everybody is cut out to be a business owner. Just being honest. So I've said this time and time again, but entrepreneurship is very romanticized, particularly on social media. Oftentimes you see how well a company is doing or how well somebody is doing. You never see what's going on behind the scenes and some of the things that they go through in order to reach a certain level of success. Some people may not be at the level that they portray on social media. There's all sort of different things as it relates to entrepreneurship where you really have to be in someone's business to understand what really goes on behind the scenes. This person also mentioned the new generation has the advantage because they have social media platforms like IG, YouTube, TikTok, etc. Well, guess what? You have access to the same social media platforms. So I'll say this. Social media makes it seem like it's super simple to become a millionaire by creating content. A small percentage of people manage to get lucky enough. Part of it is luck, not all of it, because you still got to put in the work. But a lot of people feel like that you could just come online, come on social media, create content, and blow up and become a multimillionaire. That is not how it goes. It is very difficult to become a multimillionaire strictly off creating content on social media. Only a handful of people manage to reach that level of success by creating content. Assume you aren't Casanat, right? Even Casanat, for those of you who don't know who Casanat is, he became very successful by literally streaming, right? Gaming. That's how he really blew up. But he isn't an overnight success. I was watching a video recently where Casanat, somebody did a video and the title of the video was Who is Casanat? And this content creator pretty much was explaining how Casanat started to where he is now. And I personally don't watch Casanat's content, but I can see how people his age group and younger people can be attracted to his content, particularly if you're somebody who is big in the gaming space, right? So he's managed to build up his brand and he has a huge platform and he's very successful. And he became successful, frankly, off social media. But he started back in 2014. He was like 14 years old when he started creating content. He's in his early 20s now. I believe he's like 23 or something along those lines. So he put in the groundwork. He put in the sweat equity. He started off creating skit videos, right? And then eventually he got his friends to, join in on his content creation. And it's cool to see the evolution of Casanat. Again, this is something that I just found out. I don't watch his videos, but I salute him because he put in the work on the back end. And now he's enjoying the fruits of his labor. So this isn't some overnight success thing where you could just jump into social media and become a multimillionaire. It doesn't work like that. And for the vast majority of people that come on social media with the idea of becoming a multimillionaire, it's probably not going to happen strictly off social media. It's just not what it is. That's just not reality. And so, again, most people are going to have to work for somebody else. But it's okay to work for somebody else if you have dreams and aspirations to become an entrepreneur. Use your job to help fund your idea or your endeavor. All right? You have to change your mindset around work. And I think a lot of people, They see what's going on social media. They may follow a lot of content creators who manage to become successful on social media, and that's what they envision for themselves. And so they get on social media, they quit their jobs, they go all in, and then they find out very quickly that it's not as easy as they thought it was. There's a lot of work that goes into creating content and building a following and building people who are attracted to the content that you create. It's a lot that goes into it. But you can become an entrepreneur. You can build a business. If you're working a job, don't worry about what the CEO is making at the company you work for. Think about what it is that you want to do in terms of business, if that's the direction you want to go in. The company that you work for, more than likely, is going to continue to grow with you there or not. If you leave a company, they're going to hire somebody else to take your place and continue to evolve, right? Don't worry about what the company is making. Worry about the services that you could provide to somebody else and create that business. This person also talked about how we were taught to go to school, get an education, and find a good job. I agree with that 100%. That's what was instilled in me. My parents taught me the same thing. That's just a traditional way of thinking. That's what they were taught, and that's what they instilled in us. That doesn't mean you have to go down that path. Just because you wasn't taught about business, just because you weren't taught how to invest, that doesn't mean you can't learn. Nobody taught me how to invest in the stock market, right? I seeked out the information and learned from others how to invest. If I want to start a business, I'm going to seek out people who have businesses in the thing that I want to start a business in. So don't worry about what you was taught. Forget that. Learn it. Find the books. Find the podcasts. Find the people who are doing the thing that you want to do and lean into that. Just double down on learning. You have to get the information. If you don't have the information, you can't do anything. So stop worrying about what you didn't learn in school. You have access to all of that information right now. You just have to take the time to seek it out. So listen, if you hate your job, you have to first identify what it is about your job that you hate. Is it the work itself? Is it the managers? Is it the environment? What is it about your job that you hate? Identify that problem first and foremost. It may mean finding another job. It may mean starting your own business. But for the sake of your mental health, I personally don't think you should be at a job that you hate. I don't care how much money you're getting paid. I don't think it's worth you being miserable and just hating life, right? If that's you. Find a job that you can tolerate to the point to where at some point you can transition from that job and move on to something else that interests you, right? Something else that you may find more enjoyable. Listen, guys, so much of this stuff comes down to how you think about things and your philosophy around work, jobs, entrepreneurship, the government, life. It's all about how you think about things. Again, life happens to us all. You're going to face some type of adversity along the way. Everything is not going to be right. You're going to have ups and downs. Life isn't perfect. There's going to be things at your job that you're not going to like. I don't care what job you have. You're going to have issues in your relationship at some point. You're going to have issues with your vehicle at some point. You're probably going to have issues in your finances at some points. But how are you going to approach that situation?